This is kind of interesting because we have a bunch of awards to give, all well deserved. But truthfully, there should be an award for every one of you. The fact that you've, by your presence here, you've announced your dedication to changing the paradigm and being part of that army. I would just love to give each of you an award. And, let's just, here, thank you guys. You deserve to be thanked, but continue. Our next category of awards, and our final category of awards, is our Wall of Fame. And as you know, the Wall of Fame is a specific award for those doctors that have broken through the barriers of delivery and are now getting into that area where their practice is effectively very viable. And we have several people who have attained Wall of Fame status since the last time we gave some awards. This first one has a name that I hope I pronounced well. I know she'll forgive me if I don't. This doctor, this practitioner, is an associate of Marty Furlong. She's a pro-level graduate. She's a pro-level graduate already on the Wall of Fame. She's an integral part of his $1 million practice, seeing many of his patients to get them on the right track with their nutrition, using nutrition response testing. She's part of a select few who are able to achieve this status without having to build her own practice. But please give a warm welcome to Chelsea Kazmiracek Guthel for achieving Wall of Fame status.
Hey, that was pretty good, Dr. Freddie. That was great. I do. Yeah, here we are. So I got on to the Wall of Fame before graduating ACTs. I graduated last December officially. So I'm so thrilled and so proud to be through the incredible training program that you've put together. It's surreal to have this award and share what would have been a stage with so many people that I look up to and admire. It's almost serendipitous. Tomorrow to the day is actually the 3 years to the first nutrition response testing checkup that I ever did with a patient. It took me about 45 minutes. I sweated through the dress I was wearing. I had no idea how I was going to do this enough times in a week, let alone a month, to make a difference in my community. I'd only done the basic 3-day intro to nutrition response testing. Dr. Furlong said, "You can do it." And I did it. And here we are. She's still a patient. That's amazing. She's here, on a maintenance level now. And I'm so blessed. I'm so honored that every day we get to do this enough times that it really, fuels the fire and fulfills our purpose. We celebrate all the fun little wins. I just had a patient in who was mad that her pleated pants no longer fit. They're too baggy and she has to go pants shopping. It's fun when, the symptoms fall away, right? Like that's always so cool to celebrate. And really, because it brings people back to life. I don't have headaches anymore, so I can do all the things that I want to do. I can spend time with my family. I had a young patient in the other day. Her periods are regular for the first time. And I love hormonal systems. That's like my jam. And so we celebrate that. When that thing is going to show up, your body is working right. That's amazing. And then you get into those big wins when someone comes off of all of their, their diabetes medication or their blood pressure meds or whatever it may be. And I don't even have to talk about somebody's meds, which is so cool. Their bodies just do what they're designed to do. They feel amazing. We've got nutrition response testing babies to celebrate. Just so much fun. Like every day is a new adventure. Like Dr. Foley said, every person is a new puzzle and every day is a new adventure. And I'm so thankful for what you've done. So thankful for my training with Dr. Brad. Every little piece of training you guys put into place is so intentional. And of course, Dr. Furlong, there's an argument in the comment section about whose mentor you are. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. I get to put this into place every day. I get to show up, do what I love. And we have such a beautifully well-oiled machine that it just works and patients get well. And it's so cool to be able to really watch people come back to life and live the lives they're supposed to live versus kind of feeling okay, sort of just humming along. So this is amazing. Thank you. And everybody, this is so cool to be a part of this group.
What a great story, Chelsea. I really, really enjoyed that and enjoy watching you. And I see how bright you are. And I can just see that you've got a wonderful future with a wonderful guy, part of our wonderful team, setting the example.
Yeah.
I don't know how old you are, but probably a few generations behind me. And that's really where the future lies in the young people coming in, full of energy, fully recovered, and really setting the standard here for the future. So thank you so much for your work.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Freddie.
Our next Wall of Fame awardee is a gal that I met, I don't know, some years ago in Clearwater. She's an associate of Dr. Kevin Granger in Clearwater, Florida. She's been a licensed massage therapist for 5 years. She discovered nutrition response testing after reacting to dyes in tattoos. She has some really beautiful tattoos. They were killing her. Her own personal results motivated her to help more people. She's an ACT graduate who built her own practice using Facebook to reach more people, offering them health solutions. She's right here in the Clearwater area, and hardly a week goes by and I don't run into somebody at Nature's Food Patch who thanks me for this gal, whose name I'll mention in a minute. After 2 years, she achieved her goal of Wall of Fame and status and has continued soaring upward. She's currently in the process of finishing her book. Actually, I thought it was done, on the dangers and solutions of tattoo poisoning. So I want to congratulate Haley Imbriani on making it to the Wall of Fame.
Thank you. I don't know, does everybody see me? I'm not sure how this works.
Yeah, no, we see you.
Oh, good. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much, Freddie. And I wanted to thank you for also writing the foreword for my book and saying so many kind words about it. And I wanted to thank you too, because you've saved my life in so many ways. Like, not only did you help me with my health, but you helped me find my purpose. Because back when I was, oh gosh, how old was I? I was like 25, 24. And I was going through grad school, and I was going to school so I could be like a psychologist because I wanted to help people. But as I was getting more into the field, I was learning and realizing that the ways that I was being taught to help people weren't really the ways that I wanted to participate in. And so instead of completing it, I just dropped out because it wasn't aligned with my purpose anymore. And I realized that. And that was right after that, I moved to Florida, and that's when I found Lynn Kleinschmidt. She was the first practitioner that ever did nutrition response testing on me. And the first time I met her, she offered me a job. And so from then on, I was her patient advocate. And we did everything we could to figure out how I could become a practitioner as well. And I still remember the first time when I went and did training, and I saw all of these hanging on the wall. This one's mine now. But I saw all of these hanging on the wall, and I was like, I want to be a person that can have that impact and help that many people and achieve that. And now here I am. And I'm still trying to figure out how I can help more people. So thank you, Freddie. And I'm so glad to work with you and everyone else that I have the pleasure of working with and knowing. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you, Haley. Great story. And, you're right here in my local area. So I keep running into people who tell me what a great job and how thankful they are because you've helped them debug their problems. You make me look good. So that's important to me.
Well, whenever they run into you, they always tell me, they're like, oh, I went and I told Freddie how wonderful you are. I'm like, oh, thanks. Yes.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Our next awardee has been an acupuncturist and herbal medicine practitioner for over 20 years. Some of her patients experiencing chronic illnesses were not achieving the results that they were striving for. And since going through our training, she's doubled her office visits in only 2.5 years, and she already had a good practice. And she's been able to help more cases than previously imagined. She's also somebody who I find myself referring people to because she's in a location that I used to live at and have a bunch of friends there. And she's, I keep getting positive feedback on her work as well. So Let's give a hand. Help me introduce our next Wall of Fame awardee, Dr. Eun Sung. Where are you, Eun?
All right, Owen, if you're out there, can you turn on your camera and unmute your mic? There she is.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Brad and Freddie. Thank you for your referrals. Anyway, I just got this award yesterday night. Thank you. And I think actually I got this 2018, but I couldn't able to attend your symposium. But thank you so much. I can get this right now. And I remember at the time, I think it's 2018 August, I was struggling about seeing nutrition patient about 50, 60 patients per week for a long time. But what made me to really go to like 80, 100 is if I realize right now, I start to fire patients, So I decide who I need to see. So a lot of people who are ready to heal, we can help. But some people, they are not ready to heal with some of their issues. So I start firing patients, then suddenly my stats can go up every week. So, and also, I really agree with Freddie. When people we can give the proper nutrition to patients, and we can get rid of learned from Newland system, the interference, scars, and immune challenge and toxicity, then no matter what patient has, we can help them healing, and we see them every day, no matter what they have. And that's really, I realized God really made human body perfectly, and our body is a miracle. And thank you so much. And every day I'm thankful and grateful that I can help people who are ready to heal. Thank you so much, Freddie.
Thank you, Dr. Song. I really appreciate you. And you've been taking, matter of fact, I just had a call the other day from a woman who said, who's telling me how not only is she fully committed to getting well with you, but she got her husband fully committed to getting well with you. And you're taking care of their dogs too. So you know who I'm talking about. She said, even the dogs are committed. So you're doing a wonderful job, and I really appreciate it because, again, I'm sending somebody to someone who is counting on being able to get results. And I know that every one of our graduates is capable of delivering a result. I'm so happy to have you there in that key area for me as well.
Yeah, the dog can be, for some people, can be interference for healing.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a great job. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our last and final awardee of the Wall of Fame went from being the front desk receptionist at Lotus of Life Chiropractic under Dr. Liliana Warner to becoming a nutrition response testing specialist, increasing numbers of patient visits. She's always been driven by a desire to be helpful to her community in a meaningful way. Her passion to be part of something mission-driven, results-oriented, and beneficial to society has enabled her to reach Wall of Fame 2 years after graduating from the ACT program. For this gal, using nutrition response testing to move people toward optimum health feels like a superpower. Let's give a round of applause to Lisa Provost for achieving Wall of Fame.
So I'm really excited to have accomplished this goal. I would be anyway, but especially excited to have done it during the pandemic when things really seemed like they would be more difficult. But instead, it felt like more of an opportunity and more of a requirement to stay on mission. And that really drove things. So I watched not just the nutrition response testing part of our practice grow, but the whole practice grow as we, as a whole team, really took responsibility for our community's health. And it's been really rewarding to see that happen. And I'm really, really grateful to UNS for the continued support and education and prodding, especially from Carol, to actually get this done. And now I'm excited to move on to my next goal, the very next big thing.
Thank you,
Well,
Lisa.
Well done, Lisa. You've done a fantastic job, and I'm glad we finally got to hear you.
So right now, will you all please unmute and give an applause to all the award winners. Thank you all, you guys. Well done.
Well done.